Hey guys, it's Sam and happy Valentine's Day. In celebration, I want to do a bit of a book chat on romantic plot lines in books. I have heard people say often enough for me to make a video about this that they do not like the prevalence of romantic plot lines in books, especially in YA, that they want to see less books with romance in them, less love triangles, less of all the romantic elements, and just exclude them from a lot of books. And I disagree. I actually really love romantic plot lines, especially when they're well done, obviously. I don't like them so much when they're not well done. You guys know that I hate insta-love. But when a romantic plotline is very well done and when I really enjoy a couple, that can bump a book up an entire star rating from what it would have been if it wouldn't have had a good romance in it. I think it can make the characters a ton more sympathetic. A lot of character development happens within romance, and that's not necessarily a necessary thing to have. I don't think that all books have to have a romance in them, but when it makes sense and when it provides some character development, I think it's really great. A lot of times, a lot of the male characters in books, because I tend to read female protagonists, get a lot of their character development through the relationship with the female protagonist. So if you didn't have a relationship there of any kind, it would just kind of, you wouldn't get to see that. You wouldn't get to see the character development. A good example of this, because I always talk about him, is Warner from Shatter Me. If you didn't have Warner being a love interest in Shatter Me, you wouldn't have really get to see anything about him and anything about his character growth or anything. You see him through Juliet's eyes. If I would have missed out on Warner as a character, I would have been so disappointed. Granted, I wouldn't have known, but I loved the romance in this book, in this series. If I wouldn't have had that, I wouldn't have rated these books as highly because I loved the romance. Basically, all of my favorite books are books that I love for multiple reasons, but a big chunk of it is because of the romance within the books and how well done they are. Actually, if we look at my entire favorite shelf, yeah, pretty much every single one of these books I like because of the romance elements in them. At least partially. Obviously, there are books in here that I like because I love the characters, but obviously I like the romances in there too. Throne of Glass, I ship a bunch of characters. The Lunar Chronicles series, I ship a bunch of characters. The Winter's Curse, I freaking love the romance. Under the Never Sky, solid romance. The Kiss of Deception, freaking love the romantic elements in there, and I love that love triangle. And I don't usually like love triangles a ton, they have to be really good love triangle. I freaking love it. And the Fallen Kingdom series, I freaking love a bunch of the ships in there. One of the main ones is like my ultimate relationship everything about books right now. So yeah, it's a big deal for me. As many people do, I like to live vicariously through the books that I read. I love science fiction and fantasy because obviously I do not live in a science fiction, fantasy, fantastical world, and I like books with romance in them because although I'm in a relationship and it's a very loving and wonderful relationship, it's normal. It's a normal relationship. We hang out on the couch, we play video games together, we just hang out and like live together. We don't go and like fight wars and battles and do all the crazy stuff that the couples that I really enjoy do. There is not all the tension and craziness and drama that those couples have that I like reading about. On the opposite end of the spectrum, if I don't enjoy a romance, it completely can ruin a book for me. There are a lot of books that I don't enjoy that have insta-love in them. If there's insta-love in a book, that's pretty much a guarantee that a book that I would have maybe given a 4-star based on plot is going to get down to a 3, etc, etc. If it's going to be a 3-star, it'll go down to a 2. I just hate insta-love as a concept because it makes me not like the characters because then I think that they're stupid. A good example of this is Mystic City by Theo Lawrence. I hated the romance in this. I thought it was so unbelievable and it was crazy insta-love, and it was one of the reasons why I gave it such a low rating. I gave this book about 2. Didn't like anything about the romance and it was such a central part of the plot and I hated it. There's also other things I hate about the book, but the romance element is what sticks out in my brain the most. Also, the Ruby Red Trilogy by Kirsten Gear, I did a review which I'll post down below for you to check out if you're interested. Insta-love, hated it. Hated everything about it. It made me hate the characters so much because I just could not believe the insta-love. I could not believe the romance. Hated it. The last thing that I want to talk about is love triangles. I mentioned one briefly within Kiss of Deception, has a really good love triangle. I enjoy love triangles or any kind of romantic plot line ever if it is well done. Love triangles are very rarely well done. So typically speaking, I'm not going to enjoy them and it's going to make me kind of dislike the characters because there's all this back and forth and there's just drama. I don't like that kind of drama. But if it's well done, it is beautifully executed and I really enjoy it. Example being Kiss of Deception. So overall, I enjoy romantic plot lines in books. When they are well done, I really, really enjoy them. It makes me like the characters even more, and it just gives me a glimpse into part of their personality that's pretty integral for human beings, because we, as humans, typically speaking, are group animals, and we really enjoy relationship forming. So I like reading about that kind of thing. So comment down below and let me know what you think of romantic plot lines. If you love them, if you hate them, if you want them out of the books. If you hate love triangles like most of us do, and you want them gone, comment down below any of your love feelings regarding books. I would love to talk to you about it. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see all of you guys soon. Bye!